Today is your day to awaken. Yes, you. These words are for you, my beloved son, whom I cherish deeply. My heart overflows with joy because though you're surrounded by so much noise, you're finally tuning in to the voice that comes from heaven. Nothing delights me more than seeing you pause to receive what I've lovingly prepared just for you. Before you dismiss this as another ordinary message, know this. This is a revelation. I have secrets to reveal, directions to show, and an urgent warning to deliver. At this very moment, as you listen to me, a battle is raging in the heavens over your destiny. It is no small matter. All of hell has risen against my house, and by my house, I mean your life, your family, and your calling. They're plotting against your existence, and if they can't reach you, they'll go after the one you love the most. What pains me most is that the enemy's plan comes cloaked in stealth, a coup disguised as a gift. So today, though my heart aches, my eyes are filled with hope. I, your God, place before you two paths. One is mine. It's narrow, requires faith and sacrifice, but it carries my presence, my protection, and a peace the world cannot understand. The other path is wide, beautiful, seductive, and dangerously easy. But it's not from me. It's a trap, a sweet poison laced with the desires of the flesh, leading your soul into regret. The choice is yours. Will you trust me or the things that dazzle your eyes? What you decide today changes everything. And you must not choose alone. First, declare in the comments, God, I choose your path even if it costs me everything. This isn't just a comment, it's a prophetic act, staking your claim in the spiritual realm. When you write this, angels are dispatched to move on your behalf. Like and subscribe, not as a ritual, but because the messages I've prepared for you will protect you from snares, reveal hidden dangers, and restore what you believed was lost. But to receive it, you must remain alert, listening for more of my voice. You're no longer alone. I've seen every silent night when you held back your cries to avoid burdening others. I heard every thought whisper, this isn't going to work. Even then, when you felt abandoned, I was there. And now that you've chosen to hear me, I'll unveil everything that's been hidden. The truth is breaking forth. You'll begin to discern that some around you are not merely distant. They're infiltrated. There are those who embrace you with smiles while secretly hoping for your fall. Some who pray with you also sit among scoffers. I don't tell you this to frighten you, but to awaken you. Discernment is vital. The enemy will not appear with horns. He'll arrive with answers, solutions, dazzling smiles, and harmless-looking invitations. Many have been deceived and never saw it coming. But you, my son, I have raised you to stand. Your house is my territory, but it has cracks. And you know where they are. Conversations you shouldn't have entertained, impulsive decisions, agreements you never brought before me. That's why I come not just with comfort, but with warning. If you ignore this, the blow will strike hard. But if you obey now, their schemes will not succeed. I am Lord over your home, but I want you to stand in your authority. You can no longer live in indecision. You must take your stand now, or be swept away in the winds of deception. You remember when I told you they were preparing something? That time is now. It involves someone you trusted who came with sweet words but masked intentions. They are part of a plan larger than you can see. They are not acting alone, and if you're not careful, they'll lead you where my voice is drowned out. There is a way out. Withdraw with wisdom. Do not react impulsively. I will guide you to the right moment. When that time comes, you'll witness how I put everything in order, without you lifting a finger in defilement. Son, I have greater things to reveal, but I need your heart cleansed. I need your love refined. You were not called to shallow waters, but to the deep. I didn't call you to a fragile faith. I called you to be a rock in the storm. Once again declare, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, no matter the cost. Let this be your covenant, a break with the plans of hell. Now let me speak of something often overlooked but divinely timely. The prophet Habachok. His book is short, but its depth spans generations. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. It testifies of the end and will not lie. Though it delays, wait for it will surely come, it will not delay." Have you looked around and asked, God, why are you silent? Why do my promises seem to linger unfulfilled? Why did the doors close and the once supportive voices vanish? Why don't your prayers receive the answers you expect? The answer lies in this verse. The vision isn't dead. It's waiting for its appointed time. It may seem delayed, but it is precisely on schedule. I am withholding, not to punish you, but to prepare and protect you. If I gave it to you prematurely, your emotions might drown your faith. So I'm preserving you. Waiting is not a waste. Waiting is trusting. Habakkuk also questioned me, why the wicked seemed to thrive while the righteous suffered. He was dismayed by silence. But when I spoke, he saw that my justice never fails. It simply does not come on man's timetable. So it is with you. Your time is marked. What's yours carries my seal. Now is the time to take a stand. Close the door to complaining and open your mouth in prayer. Stand not on shifting ground, but on the rock of faith. Don't be deceived by what sparkles. The enemy's blow often masquerades as a dream fulfilled. But if I did not approve of it, it would be a trap. Wait. Trust. Hold on to this word. Though it delays, wait for it will surely come. And if you feel led, write in the comments. Even if it takes time, I will wait for God's perfect timing. That declaration isn't just a phrase. It is a holy commitment, a step deeper into faith. Let's go deeper now into chapter 3 of the book of Habakkuk, one of the most powerful chapters in all of Scripture. Not because it's long, but because it carries the raw essence of someone who learned to trust even in the middle of chaos. Habakkuk begins his book with questions, anguished and heavy-hearted, but he ends with one of the boldest declarations of faith I've ever heard from a man. Verses 17 to 18 say, "Though the fig tree does not blossom and there is no fruit on the vines, though the olive crop fails and the fields yield no food, though the flocks disappear from the pen and there are no herds in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in the God of my salvation. That, my son, is true faith. It's easy to worship when life is full, when money flows, health holds steady, friends surround you, and doors open wide. But what happens when everything disappears? When loss replaces abundance and promises seem buried beneath silence? That's when faith is tested. That's when you must rise up like a Habachok. Because your worship cannot hinge on circumstances. Your faith must not rely on results. Your joy must come from who I am, not what you possess. Listen again to his words. Even when everything fails, even when there's no visible sign of hope, I will rejoice in the Lord. That attitude terrifies hell itself, because while the enemy may steal your possessions, try to attack those around you and disrupt what you see, he cannot touch your trust in me, not when your feet are firmly planted on the rock. So I ask you now, what if nothing changes? What if it takes longer than you hoped? What if I do not act in the way you expect? Will you still worship me? Because your answer to that question defines the nature of our relationship. If you come to me only when you need something, that's not love. That's convenience. But if you seek me because you recognize me as your Father, as the God of your salvation, then neither delay nor lack nor darkness can separate us. And take note, Habachok made that declaration before he saw change. He worshiped in the silence. He praised me before the olives returned, before the flocks came home, before restoration arrived. That's the kind of faith I desire from you, a faith that believes before it sees, a praise that doesn't wait for music or feelings, a decision to persevere even when everything screams, "Give up!" Because I, the Lord, am at work. You may not see it. You may not feel it. It may seem like nothing is happening, but I tell you, the heavens are moving on your behalf. While you pray, I'm dismantling strongholds. While you wait, I'm tearing down ambushes. While you worship, even through tears, I am sending help. Write this declaration now. Even if all fails, I will trust in my God. This is your banner, your spiritual stand. Even if everything around you fails, your joy remains untouched. Situations may come to shake your footing, but I say, don't give up. Thank me even for the problem that hasn't yet been solved, because gratitude changes your heart before it ever changes your situation. Gratitude in crisis silences complaints and gossip. It's not weakness, it's maturity. When you can say thank you through tears, it reveals that your faith is alive. It is in that very moment the heavens begin to shift in a way you cannot see, but you can feel. Not every problem is punishment. Some are divine detours, shortcuts I use to redirect you from what is not aligned with your purpose. This season is not accidental. This cash was not random. This confusing scenario carries something hidden, a revelation yet to unfold. But the first step is to stop complaining and start trusting, even when you don't understand. Don't wait for the answer to appear before giving thanks. Give thanks, and the answer will follow. Because how you react to adversity reveals the material of your faith. The one who only trusts when life is easy doesn't really know me. but the one who praises me on a dark day, who seeks me when strength is gone, who gives me their heart even when the world is silent around them. That one touches my heart. That one receives my help. That one walks under my favor. Yes, you may be walking through a valley, but it's not your dwelling place. It's a passage. And the way you walk through it determines the height of the hill I'll place you on later. So hold on to your joy. It's more precious than any quick solution. Joy is your shield against silent attacks. It's your guardrail when nothing else makes sense. Now declare again, I am thankful even if I don't understand, because I know God is in control. That statement isn't mere sentiment. It's a spiritual position, a warfare cry, a message to heaven and to hell that you have chosen to trust. Leave a like, subscribe. Because in the next message, I'll show you why this season of testing has been so intense, and what's unfolding behind the scenes that's about to shift your entire trajectory. Don't ignore this moment. There is a divine separation unfolding between what merely appears real and what is authentically aligned with me. And soon you'll see who is truly walking with you and who has quietly been waiting for your downfall. You need focus now, not distractions or idle chatter. What's unfolding is not small. It's deep, spiritual, and decisive. You have no idea how much your quiet surrender has weakened the enemy. He expected rebellion. He expected you to blame me. He thought you'd turn away, but you didn't. You chose silence. You chose to listen. You chose to follow me, even without signs. And that is why the heavens are shifting. Listen closely now. Things are being revealed. People close to you will start to distance themselves. Familiar environments may suddenly become uncomfortable. Don't be alarmed. I'm clearing your path. I'm removing what you didn't have the strength to release. Because where I'm taking you, not everything and not everyone can come along. You asked for change. You asked for growth. You asked for more. But with that comes separation. And not all separation means harm. Sometimes it means healing. I'm pulling you from shallow places, severing ties that have pulled your spirit to sleep, closing doors that once looked like answers, but were distractions keeping you from my new thing. Don't resist what I'm doing. Accept the movement. Understand the time. Trust my silence more than the world's noise. For while many fixate on the now, I am already orchestrating your next. You are not forgotten. You are being adjusted. You're not behind. You're being refined. You're not stalled. You're being prepared. And in this preparation, some tests will come. Easier paths will appear. Quicker answers will tempt you. Logical choices will present themselves, but without my peace. That's when you must remember this word. Don't choose what sparkles most. Choose what carries my presence. You do not have to chase what's yours. Those who walk with me do not walk in desperation. I am the one who will deliver it to you with my own hands. Now write again in the comments, God, I trust in your ways, even though I don't understand my own. That declaration has weight. It marks territory, disarms doubt, and activates divine direction. What's coming is no minor change. It's a holy realignment, a silent shift that no one around you will anticipate, yet it will reshape your entire path with eternal purpose. I, the Lord, have already begun moving behind the scenes, and when you least expect it, the effects will echo in the details. There won't be trumpets or announcements, no flashing signs, but your spirit will know. You'll feel discomfort where comfort once lived. A restlessness will rise, not from without, but from deep within. That will be your sign. I am uprooting you from environments that no longer match your assignment. Many answers will come wrapped in silence. I won't shout. I'll show you in someone's eyes, in the weight of a moment, in a conversation's undercurrent, in your spirit's sudden unease, in a place that once made sense. You will understand, because when I speak, the heart knows. And when I touch, there is no room for doubt. Prepare to break old cycles, not in haste, not in anger, but in maturity. It's time to release draining connections, decline tempting invitations, and let go of what should have been surrendered already. Even if it cost you familiarity or company, this is not the season to walk blindly. It's the time to move carefully, listen deeply, and respond wisely. What will be removed has a purpose. Every discomfort will bring clarity. What you call loss will be revealed as liberation, that unexpected closed door. You'll one day look back and call it a sacred turning point. Those who don't understand your devotion today will soon seek the wisdom I whispered to you in the secret place. So stop trying to explain. You're not being misunderstood. You're being refined for depths others haven't seen. Just obey. I'll handle the rest. Now declare in the comments, Lord, I accept everything that comes from you, even if it costs me everything that doesn't. This is not just surrender. It's a bold step into spiritual maturity. This is the beginning of a new season where your faith relies not on proof, but on promise. Let's talk about a subtle adversary, fear of loneliness. This fear has disturbed your rest, fed your indecision, and trapped you in places I have already left. But listen closely. What you've called punishment is actually preservation. I've separated you not to isolate you, but to protect your purpose. Some wounds only heal in silence. Some directions can only be heard when the chatter of opinion is far removed. You're not abandoned. You're being set apart. You've longed for connection. I see your yearning, but I also saw how many times you've handed your heart to those who couldn't steward it. You gave, you trusted, and you were met with rejection. Still, you've feared solitude more than poor companionship. But hear me. What harms you is not the absence of company, but the presence of what doesn't edify you. That's why I've allowed this quiet stretch, so that I could whisper strength, plant clarity, and lay a new foundation. The next chapter will demand wisdom that doesn't grow in noisy rooms. It grows in stillness. It grows in me. This will pass, and when it does, you'll see. This was my greatest gift to you. You were not forgotten. You were shielded. So don't be alarmed if only a few remain. The shallow scatter, but the deep remain. You weren't made for the surface. You were crafted for the sacred, the eternal, the unseen. And yes, in my time, I'll bring people of your spirit. People who will walk beside you without dimming your flame. Until then, walk forward, with your head high, soul clean, and heart surrendered. Your job is to trust. My job is to complete. Write in the comments, I prefer solitude with God to purposeless company. That is spiritual positioning, a conscious act of alignment. Refuse to let adversity erode your hope. This is me planting in you an unshakable faith that will hold up every promise to come. You weren't called to an easy life, but to a life of divine purpose and victory. When the road feels lonely and fear tries to rise, meet it with prayer. When doubt whispers, fight back with truth. When discouragement surfaces, raise up praise. That's your greatest weapon, communion with me. I see every silent step you've taken in faith, and I promise, victory is secured for those who remain steadfast. Don't be moved by delays or detours. Your future has already been written in heaven, and I'm bringing it into view. So when things feel still, don't despair. Sometimes I do my greatest miracles in secret so no one else can take the glory that's mine alone. Stay faithful, even when no one is watching. Now, declare in the comments, I remain steadfast, for God is my strength and my victory. That proclamation seals your courage and fuels your spirit. And hear this, the walk of faith is not a straight road. It is marked with tests that refine your soul. Every small step counts. Every tear down in prayer is watering a future blossoming in divine timing. When the burden feels too heavy, know this. You are not carrying it alone. I am beside you, guiding, sheltering, sustaining. You may feel tired, but I am renewing you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my strength is supernatural. You are stronger than you know. You've fought long. You've endured well. Now comes the season to reap. What you sowed in hidden faith is coming to harvest. You haven't been overlooked. You've been prepared. Write one more affirmation in the comments. I trust in God's promise, and I know He is with me every step of the way. Let that sentence echo through every spiritual barrier, because the victory I've planned is not fleeting, it is a complete transformation. And it begins, not around you, but within you. It transforms your mind, reshapes your view of the world, and enables you to walk with confidence, even in the fiercest storms. You may be weary from battles, exhausted by daily struggles. But know this, every effort, every tear has eternal meaning. I use it all to refine you, to strip away the unnecessary, and to strengthen what is true and enduring within you. Don't believe the whispers that try to make you quit. The hope I planted in you is a light that will never burn out, even when darkness tries to rule. That light is your beacon, guiding each step toward freedom, peace, and the fulfillment of your divine calling. Even when you cannot see it, I am working in the invisible, in the silence, in the subtle shifts, in the small doors opening, in the details easily missed. I am preparing the soil of your story, a story filled with victory and destiny. You don't have to carry everything on your own. Bring me your doubts, your fears, your anxieties. Trust in my faithfulness to fulfill every promise. Not one tear will be forgotten. Not one struggle will be wasted. No prayer will go unheard. Now write in the comments, I keep hope alive, trusting in God's faithfulness. That phrase revives your spirit and reconnects you with the source of your strength. Lift your head. Look ahead. The future I've set aside for you overflows with promises no one can take away. Don't let fleeting circumstances, weary voices, or momentary fatigue make you forget the power that dwells inside you. You were created to overcome, to rise even when skies are heavy. Every trial, every stone along your path was not meant to crush you, but to build you, to become stepping stones for your ascent. Be steadfast, even when the road feels long. Be strong, even when your heart feels weak. I am the one holding you with a strength beyond your comprehension. You are not alone in this journey. My presence walks with you, invisible to the eyes of many, but known deeply by hearts of faith. When fear creeps in, talk with me. When doubt knocks, return to my word. When exhaustion weighs you down, rest in my embrace. You are more than a conqueror, because I've already conquered you. Your victory is certain, but it demands that you keep your eyes on your purpose. Keep walking, even when the way seems hidden. Now write in the comments, I am more than a conqueror because God is with me. Let this truth fuel your spirit and anchor your resolve. And now it's time to remember, every great promise requires preparation, discipline, and unwavering faith. Don't be swayed by voices of fear or opinions soaked in doubt. They want to shake your confidence, to make you question the strength I placed inside you from the start. Each step you take toward your calling is an act of courage. Even when the road is unclear, even if you feel alone, know that I walk beside you, holding your hand, opening doors that no one can shut. Don't let past failures or recent wounds build walls around your future. Every morning is a chance to begin again, to be renewed, to align your heart with mine. Your journey will not always be easy, but it will be great. You will witness victories that will silence doubt. You will become a testimony of resilience and light for many who are watching. Now write, I choose to start each day anew with faith and courage, because that choice shifts atmospheres, opens paths, and liberates the soul. You are stronger than you know. I am with you, forever guiding, shielding, and blessing every step. And let this truth settle deep. Within your heart lies a power greater than any storm. You may feel small before challenges, but the flame within you will never die. That flame is my spirit within you, burning, ready to rise. When winds rage against you, that flame will become fire, igniting courage, reviving hope. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, what matters is that you rise. And I will always be there, extending my hand to lift you higher than before. You weren't made for compromise. You were made to shine, not to live in limitation or mediocrity, but to illuminate darkness, to stand as a radiant witness of faith and triumph. So don't let fear freeze you. Don't let insecurity paralyze your purpose. Take a step each day toward the promise I've spoken over your life. Those steps will be rewarded. Fix your gaze on me, not on what you see, but on what you believe. Your strength doesn't come from the visible. It flows from your trust in me. I am your refuge. I am your strength. I am your shield. Trust and move forward, for what awaits you is greater than you can fathom. Now, write in the comments, I place my trust in God and continue steadfastly toward victory. That is the faith that moves mountains, the faith that opens doors where there seemed to be no exit. Rise up, beloved child, for the best is yet to come. And I am with you every step of the journey. Every step you take in faith opens an invisible door to blessings beyond human comprehension. You may not see it now. It may feel like everything is standing still. But I am working, silently, powerfully, so that what I've promised you will manifest at the exact moment it's meant to. Trust the process, even in the hard days. Great things are not built overnight. They require patience, perseverance, and above all, unshakable trust in me. When discouragement comes knocking, remember why you began this path. Recall the strength I gave you at the start, that fire in your heart. It is real. It is alive. I never abandoned your dreams. They are stored in my hands, waiting for their divine appointment. You are a warrior, chosen to overcome battles that would break others. The resilience you carry is proof of my presence in your life. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is that you rise, that you fight, that you believe. Don't let fear or doubt stop your progress. Victory belongs to the ones who keep going, even when the road is dark. I am here, strengthening your spirit, lighting your path, opening doors no one can shut. Now write in the comments, I trust in God's promise and remain steadfast, even in the face of difficulties. That is the key that keeps your heart anchored in divine power. Beloved child, keep this in your heart. Nothing is a coincidence. Every struggle, every silence holds a purpose that only I can fully see. You're being prepared for something bigger than your imagination can contain. You've never been abandoned. I am beside you, walking with you, holding your hand through the storm, pouring strength into your soul when it feels empty. My presence is unwavering. I am your rock, your shelter, your source of love and peace. Rest in me. True peace isn't the absence of battles. It's the certainty that I am with you through them. Every challenge will lead to victory. Every tear will become joy. The best is still ahead. You are strong. You are capable. You are destined to win. The faith you plant today will light your tomorrow. Stay firm. Be resilient. I'm working, even in the silence, so that everything unfolds in its perfect time. And never forget, you are not alone. I am your faithful God. I will never leave you. I will give you the love and strength to keep moving forward. Hold on to this truth. Let it change you from within. Now write in the comments, I commit my life to God, trusting in His love and His promise of victory. That is your declaration of faith, the seed from which a future full of hope will blossom. Leave your love, subscribe, and prepare to receive more words of encouragement, healing, and divine direction. Let's pray together. Lord my God, inexhaustible source of love and mercy, I come before you with an open and humble heart. I confess my weakness and my deep need for you. You are the light that shines in my darkest moments. You are the strength that carries me when my own has failed. You are the refuge where I find peace in the chaos of life. Thank you for being near, even when I can't feel it. Thank you for holding me, even when the world seems to tear me apart. Today I surrender my doubts, fears, and anxieties into your hands. Take from me what paralyzes, anxiety, sadness, discouragement. Strengthen my faith so I may trust you fully, even when the way is unclear. Renew my hope each morning. Teach me to walk in wisdom and courage. Help me recognize the traps of the enemy and resist the false promises of this world. Give me humility to accept your timing and bravery to walk the harder path that leads to life. Illuminate my mind, calm my heart. Let me feel your peace and presence every step of the way. Bless those around me, family, friends, companions on this journey. Protect them, guide them, and draw them close to you. Let my life radiate your light. Let my words, my actions, my choices reflect your will, that I may live as more than a conqueror through Christ who loves me. Thank you, Lord, for hearing this prayer. Thank you for staying with me through it all. Thank you for being my God, faithful and true. In Jesus' name I pray and give you thanks. Amen.